Aloha, and welcome to another edition of Living Authentically Out Loud. Adena Sampson here. And today's topic, listen with your heart. Just listen to the sound from deep within. That's right. Just listen to the sound from deep within. So let's go ahead and get started. My question for you today is, are you a good listener? Are you? For people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So what does it really mean to listen? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to listen? You know, in this fast-paced, agenda-driven society, the value of listening seems to have been lost. You know, we seem to have a blurred understanding of what it means to truly listen. Every day there are so many relationships falling apart because of miscommunication and the lack of ability to really hear, right, to really hear what the other party has to say. You know, in order to have a relationship with somebody, we need to be able to tune into the same station, right? Tune into the same station, the same dial. So here's another question for you. Have you ever tried to express yourself and know that you're not just getting through, right? You try to express yourself and you just know that you're not getting through to the other party, right? And they're sitting there with this blank stare on their face. It's like they just heard you speaking Japanese, right? Can you relate to that? It's like you're on two different airwaves, which you are, and there's nothing but static, okay? And this can be very hurtful and frustrating for both parties, for communication is everything, and without it, we have nothing. So, you know, you can tell when somebody's open and listening just by scanning their energy, okay? For we communicate with more than just words, we know this. So if you are physically in front of someone, it is important to pay attention to your body language, right? Are you open to listening and open to receiving what the other person has to say? Or are you closed, right? Are you doing something else? Are you looking at your watch? You know, our interruptions in our body language really, they show nothing but disrespect. For when you do this, right, when we do this, we are not fully present. And the person you are communicating with knows this. They more than just know it, they feel it, they sense it, right? So we have a choice. We can choose to be proactive instead of reactive. If you are not sure what the other party has just said, then ask. Make sure to ask, right? It's important to repeat in your own words what you feel the other party has just expressed, so you can be sure you are understanding it correctly. That's important. You know, don't say you understand when you don't have a clue. And don't apologize when you are not truly sorry. Very important here. It's hypocritical, okay? And you'd be surprised to know that many people are not looking for an apology or an agreement on the issue at hand. What they are looking for is empathy, right? A safe place to be heard, to let it all hang out. They want to be understood and validated. Don't you? So just for a moment, put yourself in their shoes. How does it feel? How are they feeling in that moment? Can you relate? You know, this is one of the best ways to avoid judging someone is to do this. For we have a tendency to choose what we want to hear, and we can easily assume or read into what someone else is saying. Can you relate? Have you done this before? We have a tendency to choose what we want to hear versus really what is truly being said, right? So when we are really listening and truly listening with an open heart, there's no judgment to what is being said. So do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Try not to assume. Do your best not to assume. If you think you know what the other person is going to say next, hold off, for you might be wrong. Always a possibility, right? Let them finish before you begin to talk. And really the same goes for you, right? Because we're talking about listening here. Let yourself finish listening before you begin to speak. Because you can't really listen if you're really, if you're busy thinking about what you want to say, right? You really can't. So you can't really listen if you're busy thinking about what you want to say next. It's just not possible. So listen. I invite you to tune in to your communication skills by listening with an open heart. For this will help you in all of your relationships, no doubt about it, okay? We all want to be heard, and we all need a safe place to let it all hang out. So can you be that safe place for someone? Can you lend a supportive ear? Yes, you can. I know you can. Just listen with your heart, right? The time has come right now to do that and to allow someone else that you love, that you care about, to be heard. Business, friendship, family, it's all one in the same. So listen, much love, light, and aloha. Until next time, listen with an open heart. Visit www.outloudproductions.tv, where we offer a safe place for you to live in your truth. From my heart to yours, namaste.